Hi, this is Silver.
Hi, this is Aiden.
And today we're going to show you how to make
Mulberry pie filling.
That's right. This is Egg Feathers Homestead, and if you like country living, homemade food, and preserving the harvest, this is a channel for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put 7 cups of sugar and 2 cups of clear gel, modified food starch. I'm going to show this to you because it is important. You don't want to use cornstarch. You want to use clear gel because this will set up in canning and it will make your pie filling right. If you use plain old cornstarch, it's going to get a little bit weird. So you definitely want to use this. So you want to mix those together really well. Our flame is not on yet. Lovely assistant, Aiden.
Hi, I'm alive.
Would you please stir those together?
Mix it.
Now I am using the Amish canning cookbook. I'm using Amish canning cookbook, and I've modified it a little bit because it does not have a recipe specifically for mulberry. I'm actually using a blackberry pie filling recipe. So I just modified it a tiny bit. I added a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good, Aiden. I added a little bit more clear gel than the recipe in here calls for. I left the water the same. It should be 9 1/3 cups water. I'm going to use 6 quarts of berries, 7 cups of sugar, 2 cups of clear gel, and half a cup of bottled lemon juice. So the first thing that you do is you mix your sugar and clear gel together. You're going to add your cold water because if you add warm water, it's going to gel up before you even get a chance to start. So would you please mix that together, Mr. Aiden?
I'm but an arm. There is no human here. Just a random arm with a sleeve mixing for this moment.
Keep mixing their random arm with the sleeve. Aiden enjoys helping me with projects. Is that not correct, Aiden?
Stop talking to me. I am but an arm.
All right. I am going to go ahead and turn the heat on medium, and I'm going to stir as well. You want to make sure that you get this all mixed together. If there's a few lumpy lumps, it's not going to be a big deal. I actually am going to switch to a whisk, however. Mr. Aiden, would you please do the honors? Whisk, whisk, whisk. And what we're going to do is we are going to bring this up to a boil. Then we will add our lemon juice, boil it for a minute, and then we will fold in our mulberries, and we'll immediately jar and can this pie filling. I already have my jars. This will make roughly 7 quarts. I already have my jars in here, keeping hot. I have my pan on low so that I can put my lids in. And I have my canning equipment set up off camera, you can't see, and I even have mulberry juice stain still on my arm because we went picking today. So I am going to bring you back after we come to a boil. All right, I wanted to bring you back. We're almost to a boil, and I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and get you in there. See, the viscosity has changed a lot in this, and it's getting really thick. It's like, oh, paper mache paste. The consistency is getting really thick at this point. So now what I'm waiting for is, you see, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like a science experiment. So I'm just about to add the lemon juice. I'm just waiting to see how it's starting to boil. See all the blurps and bubbles? Yes, that's a very technical term. Blurps. So now that it's blurping, we are going to add the lemon juice, and we're going to, woof, goodness gracious, we're going to try not to get our face popped with this, is what we're going to try to do. So we're going to let this go. See, this thickness, you need it to be this thick because once you add the berries, it's going to thin out a bit because you have those juices in there. So it's important that you have this thickness now so that it can support all the juice that's about to come from these luscious berries I'm about to show you. So once it gets up to a boil like this, you got to be pretty consistent. I tell you what, you got to watch out, otherwise you're going to get popped, and it does not feel good, my friends. If you've ever been popped by hot sugar, you know what I'm talking about. So you can see it's still very active. It's just that it's so thick. Woo, it's hard to see. And we're getting real close to that minute mark. I didn't set a timer, but honestly, I'm not worried about it. Ouch. Whoop, there we go. I love using this filling. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. For pie or cobbler, or it goes really, really good on ice cream. So it's still blurping quite a bit here. I just really don't want to get popped because that does not feel good. So I'm calling that good. I think this stove retains a lot of heat because I have, here we go. I have heavy cast iron burners, and it really, really holds that heat well. And then look at that, isn't that cool? So right now this doesn't look like much. Whew, here we go. Hopefully this will show up okay. I'm still learning the best angles and such for camera, so we don't want to miss anything. There we go. I hope you all can see that. See how blurpy that is? So now, Aiden! Now my assistant is going to come back and help me. I'm adding the berries. You gonna help me add the berries? So, while it's nice and hot like this, we are gonna get these berries in, and I'm actually gonna take my phone off the stand. All right, so you gotta grab the berries. You're gonna dump them all in.
What is that creature?
That creature is the pie filling thickener. So, let's see. Berry vision. Woo!
Ah, blood!
Look at all that beautiful berry juice.
It's a lot.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, but wait, there's
more. Jinx.
How dare you
Dump
take
it
my
in there.
line.
I'm sorry. All right.
I'm all covered in juice now.
So, do you want to hold the camera or do you want to stir?
You stir.
All right, make sure you don't mess it up. There's cinematographer man. All right, guys, here we go. So at this point, you want to mix as gingerly as possible. You want to get it all mixed together, but you want to try not to bust up those berries too much. And as I mix this in, you're going to see how it'll thin out a bit. Oh, thank you, Aiden. You're such a nice assistant. So you can see it's really looking good. Look at that. I mean, guys, seriously, can you imagine eating a pie with this beautiful filling in it? Now, some people take these little green stems off the mulberries. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna waste my time. Can you see that?
They're healthy. Eat them anyways.
Yeah, there we go. See that little stem?
I forgot
Like,
that's where the camera is.
if I were to peel off all these stems, I'd be here all day. I have a whole lot of people to raise and feed, and a whole lot of animals to take care of, and a whole lot of harvest to do. I do not have time, my friends.
Hold on, everybody. I can't find the camera angle.
I do not have the time to peel off all these stems. So,
Like I said, they're healthy. Eat them anyway.
they're healthy, eat them anyway. It's lots of fiber. So there you go. Look at that. It's all mixed up and beautiful. And we're going to go over to the canning station and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our lids. So I'm going to take this off of. I've got my funnel. I've got a coconut oil lid because Elizabeth is making bath bombs. We have our bowl of vinegar. I use a chopstick to debubble my stuff just because it's fun. Paper towels. And then over here we have
An assistant.
ignore the sink full of dishes, guys. And then we have our filling here. And we have our handy dandy jar grabby thingy. And we're going to get the hot jars out of the canner. We're going to fill them. We're going to put them back in said canner. So, here we go. Are you ready, lovely assistant Aiden?
No, let's do this.
Now guys, please forgive me. I am still trying to figure out angles, and apparently that's why I'm not good at pool, because the angles, they're hard. But here we go. We're going to try it anyway. Alrighty. So we are very gingerly pouring the boiling water out of our jars. This is a quart wide mouth jar. It is easier to get pie filling out of a wide mouth jar. Now, Mr. Aiden.
Am I getting paid for this?
In pie?
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Well, you're holding me hostage anyway, so I don't know why.
Oh no, I made a mess. How could I?
Oh.
Everything's clean. I'm just putting it back in the doggone pan. Alright, so we are filling this up. Man, I'm just being so messy tonight. Jeez. Yeah, I said today. I apologize. It's actually nighttime. It's like, actually, technically it's 12:30 a.m. So I don't know. You tell me. Does that mean it's day or night? I guess it depends. We decided to go for a night walk, so we were kind of late getting back. Anyway, Aiden, would you please get me a spoon, darling?
Okay.
We want a good inch of headspace because this will expand, and we don't want what's called siphoning, which is when it kind of like expands when it's in the canner, and if you're not careful, it'll expand right out of the jar. So actually it looks like we're about at that 1 inch line. I don't know if you can see that, but see, that 1 inch line is this raised ridge here. And I just really want to debubble it well, so I use my handy dandy little chopstick. And then I have my wonderful assistant come back, and he is going to wipe this rim really, really well with vinegar. I don't think they can see your wonderful dance there, buddy. He's gonna wipe the rim with vinegar, and we're gonna put the lid and the band on, and we're gonna put it in the canner. So
Where do we go?
Dip in said vinegar, like this. You ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna show you once.
Put the bowl in front of the camera so they can see.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wipe around really, really well, because we don't want anything, Mr. Aiden, impeding the seal. So we want to make sure, hey, clean finger. We want to make sure there's no nicks in our rim. We want to make sure it's extra super duper ooper schmooper clean, because we want this to be able to go on the shelf. Now you, my friend, are going to use this handy dandy magnet thingamajiggy, and you're going to get a lid out of the hot water right there.
I'm going fishing. Oh no! The one that got away.
Alright. Then we are going to put said lid on said jar, and then you are going to get a band, my friend.
Yeah, I'm going fishing again.
And while he's doing that, I'm actually going to wipe all this extra filling I just spilled on there. Alright, now you're going to put said band on jar. I like to put my index finger right in the middle of the lid and hold it in place while I screw down the band. Fingertip tight. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. This is going to go in the canner. We are going to do this with the other 6 jars, and we will be right back with you. And now I'm having Aiden fill a jar to show you that canning mulberry pie filling is so easy. Even a 12-year-old can do it. We were having a very interesting conversation about life and making money, having cars. He told me that when he grows up, he's going to be a town mouse. He doesn't care. He'll just walk everywhere. Well, we'll see. I think he'll discover pretty quick that it can be a little bit more challenging to be without a car than you might think. Although, hey, I'm all for it. If you can walk everywhere, that's great. I know when I was stationed overseas in Kuwait, that was the only way to get around. You get really fit just walking all over the place because you got nothing better to do. Now he's just checking that headspace. He's so much fun. He's such a joy to have in the kitchen. I love having kids that want to learn and they're willing to just get in there, get their hands on it. He did a really good job. I think He really enjoys debubbling. He was having too much fun with that, I think. But I'm telling you, you want to have some great bonding moments, get in the kitchen with your kids. The conversations that happen, the bonding that happens, it's just priceless. It's just priceless. I never imagined that life would be this way. It's awesome. So now you can see he's cleaning that rim with the vinegar. We always want to make sure there's no food particles there. We want a really solid seal. He does a really good job. He's very thorough. And then I'm just telling him, remember to wipe that down. Make sure there's no chips on the glass. So he did a good job with that. He's a joy. He says he wants to be the assistant that does silly things. So I suppose we'll handle that. And you'll probably hear in the background here, little Mr. Magnus is telling me all about this bath bomb mold that his sister left. Oh, and now I'm telling Aiden, rotate the lid. I like the lids to line up with the picture or the writing on the front of the jar. It's not a big deal. It's just a purely aesthetic thing, but I enjoy seeing nice, neat, tidy jars on the shelf. It brings me a lot of joy. Our shelves have gotten pretty bare, so it's nice to be restocking the larder. Each one of these quart jars will make a pie. It won't be like a super duper duper thick pie, but that's okay. It'll still be good. So then Aiden's just going to keep going. Going to get those jars filled up and ready for the canner. Like I had said earlier, there's just nothing better than having delicious pie filling that you can use for a lot of different things. Oh, there he is. The man of the hour. Who knows what he's telling me about this time. There's a lot on his mind. He's a pretty smart kid. He's got lots of big ideas. And I absolutely love that. We really try to encourage a lot of creativity around here. They have a lot of an imagination all on their own. So there's not really too much I have to do to facilitate any of it. I find that if they just have the freedom to think for themselves, they do a pretty good job. Obviously, we talk about the important stuff. Who knows what he's saying now? I don't know, but I'm sure it's funny. He's a natural-born comedian, just like his grandpa, my dad. My dad has always been able to walk into a room and just take command of it and just be the center of attention because he's funny. He has so much charisma, and I noticed that a couple of my boys are the same way. They kind of have that same charisma, and I love it. Oh, Aiden, you're a good kid. Oh, there he goes, falling down again. What can I say? It was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We were getting kind of tired and goofy at this point, so he says, I'm okay. Funny guy. And here we are, just putting him in the canner and moving on along. Alrighty. There we go.
The random assistant who does dumb stuff.
Yes.
Hi, Debbie.
I love my random assistants who do dumb stuff. It makes life very interesting.
Trip.
No.
And there's random assistant number 2, who's not
On
helping
camera.
with this particular video today. She's off camera heckling us, so
I'm holding a bath bomb for some reason.
yes, she's
I'm trying to keep it together so it stays together.
planning on doing a video on bath bombs for us.
Once I get my own channel.
You don't need your own channel. You can do it on my channel. We'll collaborate.
Nah.
It will be fantabulistic. It's totally a word. Oh, my assistant is playing with the light switch. Okay,
Yay.
so
That's
last
not the light
one.
switch.
Well, on the ring light it is.
And the sound effects.
I was like super excited. I was at Goodwill and I got this brand new ring light for $10, like still in the box. Epic. Okay, so this is jar number 7. I'm going to take my vinegar and pour it into the canner because we have very hard water and we don't want any lime scale on our pretty little jars.
I can't count. Do you guys know what number is 7?
7.
How about we show our friends? Are you guys ready? By the way, ignore the messy kitchen.
Educational video.
Ignore the messy kitchen, okay? Like, we're perfect here, you know, because it's YouTube. So shh, don't look at the mess everywhere. Don't look at the mess, okay? All right, ooh, there we go. There's our 7 wide mouth. Oh, I can't reach that far. All right, there we go. Now, look at my perfect house. Yeah, okay. We're going to cook this. When it comes to a boil, we are going to boil them for 30 minutes. When they are done, we will come back and show you our pretty little jars. All right, just a brief moment to have a little bit of cute kitten time.
I'm Bob.
This is Bob. And
I'm Aaron.
this is Aaron Yeager.
I already
Yes.
said I was Aaron.
These are a couple of our sweet kittens. Yes, they are.
They're almost 3 months
They're good
old.
boys. Yes, you are. You're such good boys.
They're almost 3
And my
months
son
old.
tells me that I'm going to get some kind of copyright something because this little guy is named after an anime character. So Attack on Titan, I'm sorry. But the main character's like my fave. So there you go. All right, that's enough of cute kitten time with Izzy. So here you have it, friends. 7 beautifully sealed jars of mulberry pie filling. Already thickened and ready to pour into your crust or use for cobbler. I just love playing with it because look at those gorgeous berries. I hope that you forage. Nature gives us a lot of food, guys. A lot of food. And in these days of food insecurity, this is how we not only survive, but thrive. Thank you so much for watching. If you find value in this content, please like and subscribe and share. It really helps my channel, it helps my family, and it helps our self-sufficient community grow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.